Hello. Today we'll have to discuss a chapter probability. What is it? What's the meaning of it? By the way, it's a very significant chapter for you. It's a very small chapter, but it's very important. Let us discuss with an example. Suppose when I'll use some terms like it will probably rain today. Second one, I doubt he will pass in the exam. And most probably Kavita will stand first in annual examination. These three examples given in your NCERT book. Okay. So in all these examples, it will rain. It may be rain today, yes or no. Okay. So these are the doubtful question. That means these are the chances of today rain or it will not rain. Okay. So these type of chances, when we are using the term as a chance of something, okay, that means the meaning is probability. Let us take an example. Suppose I have a fair coin, unbiased coin, and I toss a coin. So you have seen the coin, there are two faces, one is head and second is tail. There are two faces, they are equal in areas. That's why we will use the term as unbiased. Okay, that means chances of coming head or tail on the uppermost face is same. Okay, so if I have an unbiased coin and I am going to toss it, so the probability or the chances of head on uppermost face. Chances of head on uppermost face is what? I think it is 50% because there are two faces. Head 50%, tail 50%, chances of coming upside. So chances of coming head on the uppermost face 50%. Chances of tail on uppermost face is 50%. Is it okay? How this 50% comes? We'll have to discuss on that matter. So through the formula we will understand it. What is the meaning of it? Okay. A coin is tossed. A coin is tossed. Okay. Chances of chances of chances of getting head on uppermost face is equal to 50%. How this 50% is coming? 50%, that means 50 upon 100. 50 upon 100, it means 1 upon 2. So chances of getting head on uppermost face is 1 upon 2. Chances of getting tail on uppermost face is 1 upon 2. How this 1 upon 2 is coming? Let us discuss about this 1 and then 2. What is 1 and 2? This 1 is what? This 1 is a chance of getting head on uppermost face. How many heads possible in a fair coin? There is a single head. So what is this? This is the favorable point. Okay. So what does it mean? Number of favorable outcomes. Outcomes, what does it mean? Result. Upon. This 2 is what? This 2 is number of faces. Total number of faces which are possible coming on uppermost face. Number of faces. So number of favorable outcomes, number of total outcomes. Okay. And what is it? It is required probability. The name of chance is probability. Okay. So this is called probability. Okay. So probability is equal to number of favorable outcomes upon number of total outcomes. This is a basic formula which would be used in solving each and every question of the probability. Okay. By the way, it is a type of experiment. Actually, what happens when I am going to toss a coin again and again, one time, two times, three times. So these are the list of the events is called experiment. But it is not an experiment that you perform in a physics or chemistry lab. This is an experiment, it's called random experiment. You know what is the difference between a proper experiment and random experiment? The difference is in physics or chemistry, when we perform any experiment, then what happens? We know that what would be the outcome. Outcome is sure. And we know that what would be the outcome of it. But in random experiments, what happened? Outcome is possible, But what is the sure outcome? What is the exact outcome? That we are unable to tell it. Okay, for example, suppose when I toss a coin, so nobody will tell before tossing it, nobody will tell that what would be coming on the uppermost face, whether it is a head or it is a tail. So it is an experiment, but it is called a random experiment. And from the random experiment, we'll find out these two things: number of favorable outcomes upon number of total possible outcomes. Okay. So on the basis of this formula, you will remember this formula: favorable outcomes or favorable results upon number of total outcomes. Okay. In a broad spectrum, just let us discuss about a die. I think you are aware of the die. Generally, we use the term as dice. Dice is a plural form of die. Okay. Dice is a plural form of die, but in general talking, we will use the term as a dice, whether it is a single or double or more than that. So in a single die, you have seen that a die is on which the numbers are printed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 faces. Okay. 1, 2, 6, 4, 5 number printed on it. So when a die is rolled, when a die is rolled, okay, when is die is rolled, total number of possible outcomes when we are rolling a die, how many possible outcomes? There are 6 possible outcomes: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So total number of possible outcomes 6. When a die is rolled, what is the probability? What is the probability of getting even number? Even number on uppermost face. Uppermost face. What is the probability of getting an even number on the uppermost face? Can you tell me what is the probability of it? Because out of 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 is that side 6. There are 6. Okay. We will have to use this formula. It is used in each and every question, as I told you. Number of favorable outcomes. Favorable outcomes, that means what we are finding? We are finding the getting even number on the uppermost face. How many even numbers are there? Just let us count. Total 6 are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out of these 6 numbers, we are getting even numbers. So even numbers are 2, 4, and 6. So these 3 are your favorable points. So when we use the formula, required probability is equal to number of favorable outcomes. So number of favorable outcomes 3 upon total number of possible outcomes from 1 to 6, there are 6. 1 by 2. And 1 by 2, that means the 50% chances of coming even numbers on the uppermost face. So this is an example. Okay. So that's all in this chapter. Complete, we will remember only a one formula: number of favorable outcomes upon number of total possible outcomes. On the basis of that, we will solve each and every question. Before solving the question, you read the question, and after that, you will make a sample space. What is a sample space? That means it is a list of possible outcomes. Okay. And second, we have to make a list of favorable outcomes, and just we divide it. That would be the answer of it. Okay. So there's a single exercise. I am taking some question of this exercise. Okay. Exercise number 15. Question number 1. I am taking question number 1 at first. Exercise 15.1, question number 1. 1 is, in a cricket match, a batswoman hits a boundary 6 times out of 30 balls she plays. Find the probability that she did not hit a boundary. Okay. In a cricket match, a batswoman hits a boundary 6 times out of 30 balls. Okay. Question number 1. Out of 30 balls, total number of balls, total number of balls 30. Okay, and she is hitting 6 times out of 30. She hits 6 times. She hits 6 times. Okay, she hits 6 times. What she hits? She hits boundary. She hits boundary 6 times. Okay. Question is, find the probability that she did not hit a boundary. Okay. So required probability of probability probability of not hitting probability of not hitting a boundary. Probability of not hitting a boundary is equal to number of favorable outcomes. Here favorable outcomes are what? Favorable outcomes are not hitting the boundary. She hits the boundary 6 times. She does not hit boundary. She does not hit boundary. 30 minus 6 means 24 times. Is that okay? If they are asking that what is the probability that she hits the boundary, so probability of hitting the boundary upon total number of balls. But here they are asking that what is the probability that she did not or she does not hit the boundary. So probability of not hitting a boundary is equal to favorable outcomes are 24, that means 24 ball on which she is not hitting any boundary upon total number of balls are 30. Okay, so 3 8 ja 6, simply we can divide 6 5 ja 6 4 ja 6 4 ja 24, 6 5 ja 30. Okay, so the probability is 4 upon 5. That means in every 5 balls C is not hitting 4 times. C is hitting only 1 time. Okay, so purely it is based on this formula. Question number 2. 1500 families with 2 children were selected randomly and the following data were recorded. So this table I am making here so that you will understand it. What is the meaning of it? Number of girls in a family. Number of girls in a family. Number of girls in a family, number of families. Number of girls in a family, number of families 2, 1, 0. 2, 1 and 0. And here it is 475, second 814 and third is 211. Okay. And question, compute the probability of the chosen random first 2 girls. Find the probability of 2 girls. 2 girls, 1 girl and no girl. Okay. You understand the question first. This table is given number of girls in a family. In a family, the number of girls, there are 2 girls, 1 girl and no girl. And number of families. So what is the conclusion from this table which we can draw? We can draw number of families are 475, which are having number of girls 2 in a family. Number of families 814, which are having 1 girl in a family, and 211 families are there in which there is no girl. Okay, this is the table. We are going to find the probability of a family having 2 girls. Okay, probability probability of a family having having two girls in a family is equal to probability of a family having two girls in a family. Okay. Number of families 475 in which two girls. What is this? Number of favorable outcomes. Upon total number of possible, that means total number of families are 5, 4, 9, 1, 10, 2, 3, 7, 10, 1, 3, 8, 11, 1500. 475 upon 1500, 1500. Okay. 5 9 are 45, 2 5 5 are 25, 300 again by 5, 5 1 are 5, 5 9 are 45, 5 6 are 30, so it is 19 upon 60. That is the first. Second, one girl, again using this formula which I have written, that formula, number of favorable outcomes upon total number of possible outcomes. So for one girl, required probability for one girl is equal to 814 upon total 1500. Okay, this can be written 407 upon 200, 750. Okay, that is second. No girl, and for third, no girl, that means it is 211 upon 1500. Okay, because no girl, zero girl, 211 upon total 1500. Okay. So one basic concept you have to remember for especially the questions of probability, where we are using a single formula. In that formula, just we are putting the values and getting results. Same as question number 3, 4. One question number 5th I am solving here. An organization selected 2400 families at a random and surveyed them to determine a relationship between the income level and the number of vehicles in a family. The information gathered is listed in the table. Okay, information gathered is listed in the table. It's a question number 5. One table is given: monthly income, monthly income in rupees, and vehicles per family. Vehicles per family. Vehicles per family. 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2, above 2. Okay. 0, 1, 2, above 2. This is a table. Less than 7,000. Less than 7,000. 7 to 10,000. 10 to 13,000. 13 to 16,000. And 16,000 and above. Okay, or 16,000 or more. 10 0 1 2 1, 10 0 10 0 1 2 1, 160 305, 535, 469, and 579. Here's 25, 27, 29, 59, 82. And here's 0 to 125, 0 to 125 and 88. Okay. This is a complete table. First, let us understand the table. Table is monthly income in rupees, income slab is given, less than 7,000, 7 to 10,000, 10 to 13,000, 13 to 16,000, 16,000 or more. Okay. Vehicles per family. Zero vehicle, that means the family which are not having any vehicle, their income is less than 7,000. 10 families are there, they are not having even a single vehicle. We will understand first this table. After that, we'll answer the question. Zero, that means there's a no family. Listen, there's a no family having income less than 7,000. They are having a single vehicle. How many families are there? There are total 10 families in which there's a no vehicle. 10 families having no vehicle, their income is less than 7,000. Okay. Between 7,000 to 10,000, there is no family which are having no vehicle. Okay. There's a single family vehicle per family. There's a single family, its income is 10,000 to 13,000, not having a single vehicle. There are two families, income between 13,000 to 16,000, no vehicle. And more than 16,000, there's a single family. That means in a locality, there's a one family like that which is having an income 16,000 or more than 16,000, and they are not having a single vehicle. There's a one family. Is it okay? So that is the procedure of reading the table, like above to zero. What does it mean? There is no family, their income is less than 7,000 and more than two vehicles the family is having. Such type of family is not present in that locality. Like two, what does it mean? Above two vehicle, that means two or three vehicles having two families, their income is 7,000 to 10,000. So this is the list. Okay, this complete table. I hope you have understood the table. Now we are answering the question. Question number one. Suppose a family is chosen. Find the probability that the family chosen is earning rupees 10,000 and 13,000 per month and owing exactly two vehicles. Okay. First part of it. First part, earning 10,000 to 13,000 per month and owing exactly two vehicles. Okay. Required probability required probability of earning 10,000 to 13,000 to 13,000 per month and owing exactly two vehicles. Is equal to number of favorable outcomes. You will find out from this table that which condition is there. Required probability of earning 10,000 to 13,000, between 10,000 to 13,000 per month and owing exactly two vehicles. So between 10,000 and 13,000 owing exactly two vehicles. How many families are there? 29 families. Between 10,000 to 13,000 owing exactly two vehicles. There are 29 families, their income between 10,000 to 13,000 having exactly two vehicles. How many families are there? 29. upon what is coming here on the denominator, total number of families. Total number of families present in this. Total number of families are 2400, which is given in a question. Total families is equal to 2400. So 29 upon 2400. Okay. So that is the answer of first question. Second, now in the second, I am not writing everything. Second, just I am reading, it is asking that earning rupees 16,000 or more per month and owing exactly one vehicle. 16,000 or more, owing exactly one vehicle, 579. So required probability is equal to 16,000 more, exactly one, 579 upon 2400. Number 3, earning less than 7,000 per month and does not own any vehicle. Earning less than 7,000. Okay, earning less than 7,000 and does not own any vehicle. Does not own any vehicle. How many families are there? 10. So it is required probability for third is equal to 10 upon 2400. So that means 1 upon 240. Fourth, earning 13,000 to 16,000. This is per month and owing more than two vehicles. And owing more than two vehicles. Okay. More than two vehicles, what does it mean? More than above to 25. So what to write here? Required probability is equal to 25 upon 2400. Okay. 5 5 ja, 5 4 ja 20, 5 8 ja 40. Again 5 9 ja 45, 3 5 6 ja 30. 1 upon 96. Okay. And last question number 5th, owing not more than one vehicle. So we are going to find the required family, required probability of the family is equal to, it is given that owing not more than one vehicle. How many families are there? They are having not more than one vehicle. Not more than one vehicle. And not more than one vehicle, what does it mean? They are having zero vehicle and one vehicle. Okay. Not more than one vehicle, that means we are not counting these numbers, 2 and more than 2. We are counting the families, they are having no vehicle and they are having a single vehicle. So how many families are there? Zero vehicles having 10, 11, 12, 14. 14 families having zero vehicles and one vehicle having 9, 9, 18, 18 plus 10. 9, 9, 18 plus 10, 28, 2, 9, 9, 6, 15, 15, 3, 18, 18, 6, 24, 2, 7, 11, 16, 19, 20. 2048. Upon total families are 2400. Okay. 14 is a number which is having no vehicle. And this is 2048 is a number of families, they are having only one vehicle. And in the required probability, they are asking that owing not more than one vehicle. Okay. Not more than one. So not more than one, 0 and 1 will be included. Okay. So this is 8, 4, 12, 1, 4, 5, 6, 0, 2 upon 2400. Okay. 1031 upon 1200. 1031 upon 1200. The family is having not more than one vehicle. That means they are having zero vehicles and one vehicles. Okay. So that is question number 5. I hope you have understood it. One question number 7. To know the opinion of the students about the subject statistics, a survey of 200 students was conducted. The data is recorded in the following table: opinion and number of students. Find the probability that the student chosen at random likes statistics and does not like statistics. Okay. 7 question. Opinion, opinion and number of students. And number of students. Opinion, like and dislike. Like 135, dislike 65. Total number of students are 200. Question is clear. To know that the opinion of the students about the subject statistics, a survey of 200 students was conducted and the data recorded was. Find the probability of the students. They are like the subject statistics. Okay. Table is clear. There was a survey conducted out total with 200 students, and out of the 200 students, 135 students they are liking a subject statistics. Okay. 65 students they don't like, they dislike statistics. Okay. Question is, find the probability that a student chosen at a random likes statistics. Okay. So probability of students probability of students like statistics is equal to favorable outcomes are like students 135, total students are 135 plus 65 200. Okay, 5 2s are 10, 3 5 7s are 35 40. Okay, first part, second required probability that means the students they dislike statistics 65 upon 4 65 upon 200 13 upon 40. Okay, this is a probability. Some activities are given. One question 11, question number 11 also I am solving from this exercise. Question number 11. What is this question? Number 11. Eleven bags of wheat flour, each mark 5 kg. Okay. On the bag, it's mark 5 kg. Actually contain the following weights of flour in kg. Bag, on the bag it is printed 5 kg, but when actually it is taking a weight of whenever the weight was taken by these 11 bags, so they are getting that the weight of the bags are respectively 9.47, 5.05, it is everything in kg, 5.08, 5.03, 5 and 5.06, 5.08, 4.98, 5.04, 5.07 and 5.00. Let us see how many 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. These are 11 bags. On the bag it is printed 5 kg. On each bag, weight printed 5 kg. Okay, but actually weight 4.97, 5.05, 5.08, these are in the kg. Question is, find the probability that any of these bags chosen at a random contains more than 5 kg of flour. Okay, required probability. So probability of bag contains more than 5 kg of flour. More than 5 kg of flour. Okay, more than 5 kg of flour. You will find out that how many possible outcomes are there. Total 11 possible outcomes. How many favorable outcomes are there? Favorable outcomes, that means their weight is more than 5 kg. More than 5 kg. 1, 2, 3. It is clearly mentioned more than 5. What is it? Read the question. So given that, find the probability that any of chosen bag contains more than 5 kg flour. More than 5 kg of flour. So it is 1, 2, 3. It is not more than 4, 5, 6, 7. This is not more than. It is exact 5. More than 5, that means something more than the 5. So what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 favorable outcomes. Total number of possible outcomes are 11. Okay. In the description we can write here number of favorable outcomes are 7. Total number of outcomes, that means total results, is equal to 11. After that, using a formula and then put the value in it. Okay. So that's all. This is the chapter probability. I hope you have understood it. Only remember one formula: required probability is equal to number of favorable outcomes upon total number of possible outcomes. This much only. Nothing else in this chapter. Okay. So thank you. I hope you have understood it. Okay. Thanks for watching my channel. Thank you.